Welcome all friends. My name is Raj Barge. I am co-founder director of Raj Computer Education. Today's purpose is to understand Wi-Fi basic commands in Android. So let's start what we are going to discuss. See, basically when it comes to Android, fine, you have to basically understand what are the commands available. The first command is that is add network. This method adds your new network and sets its configuration. This is a lock command. Right. This basically this creates a Wi-Fi which is into lock network. When you say disconnect, your current connection is discontinued. Enable network, that means it enables your network. When you say get Wi-Fi states, it gets Wi-Fi states enabled. To check Wi-Fi state is enabled or not, the command is Wi-Fi enable. Next command is set Wi-Fi enable. This again, if it is true, it makes Wi-Fi network available Wi-Fi, and false, it will deactivate the Wi-Fi network. If you want to get new updations into existing network, you'll be saying update network. So these are basically 8 commands in Wi-Fi. After that, you should know what is the command, what is the class which is involved into creation of Wi-Fi connections. The class is very simple. The class is Wi-Fi Manager. This Wi-Fi Manager class fine creates an object. After creating this object, I assign an Wi-Fi service to an object and start using it. This Wi-Fi Manager connection also has on one more method that is called as on receive. It takes information of all receivable information and broadcast it. And for that, you require scan result available action. Next important thing, to get a list of Wi-Fi. This is a list. To get list of Wi-Fi, we get list of Wi-Fi that is into list format. So we can say just scan result, that is get scan result. This is the method available, and this scans the information and stores into list format, and then you can access this with the help of index ID, that is the object name and get index of the string. So this is the basic command. So let's start. Now first of all, you have to start with the new project. I started with new project. I've taken empty project, click OK. Fine. I'll be saying this project as Wi-Fi finish. This is the information showing Wi-Fi information. Now, till the time it is loaded, I have extracted some of the basic logic here. The first logic is this. These are the files to be imported, and these are the two buttons to be called. This is the XML file that is into main activity we are going to insert, and these are the Wi-Fi permissions which we are going to activate. So how the things are going to perform. Let's start. So I think till that time the things have been started on. This is my first thing. So I go into resource. I go into. I think my phone is Samsung phone is connected. I go into resource. I double click on this. So that code is available. Now after that I see code and both. I am to replace the code, and the code is into. I want to create two buttons. Fine, and that is into relative format. So created two buttons. I drop this hello kind of thing. Again, this is a relative screen, so it should end with the relation. Code available everything slash. Correct. So it is done. That is the relative option is done. These are two image files. No, there is no image file. I don't want image file. So I drop that image file. I think these are two buttons. Let me check out are they available properly. I have to zoom it out to make it more better. See, so there are two buttons available. Alignment will be seen later on. Now these two buttons are there and to go for the code. So when you go for a code, these three lines are same. We want two buttons. Fine. And we want event on that. So to get a two buttons here, so I choose button property. So these two buttons objects are created. After these two buttons objects are created, we go for next thing. We enable the button. So to enable the button, this is a these are the two statements which we are going to write into on create. So they are there. These buttons objects are created. The button is showing error, so I have to add a header file. I click on this. I added a header file. Button file is added here. After this, and to enable the button. So we write on click event and enables both the buttons. The basic purpose is to write an event. So we have written an event here and also register it. Again, we want to add these buttons and to import this. We import Wi-Fi import, context import. So what is remaining? On click listener. On click listener, it is import class. More action. I will just check it out. Small part is missing. That is, yeah, on click listener is missing. I copy it and paste it on. Now on click listener is gone. This is set Wi-Fi. So this requires permission. See, it is asking for permission. We have to specify these permissions. To specify this permission, we have to go into master string file. Double click on this master string file. Create a space here for permissions. Then write these two permissions. The permissions are last name. So that is to make available and check enable. I think that is the final thing to be understood. That is done. Then it is showing still error. These commands are not required. This single code is creating problem. Save it on. I think rest is okay. Fine. Button. Relative option. This is that. So this is the relative. This relative option is available here. So I'm just dropping this. Only one relative option. It is saving. I remove this. That is done. Fine. Just recompile this. So I recompile this and it's working fine. Let me hide this. So it is building gradient. And this entire program is going to do a very smaller thing. It is going to have two buttons. When I click on first button, it will enable, and second button it will be disable. Fine, that's all. It's running fine.